Gosling's a camisole, it's a B175 size 10. The thread is a dark brown and uni, an 8/0. We simply start at the eye of the hook, put down a layer of thread along the shank. Basically stop your thread in line with the barb, don't go any further than that, and then remove the waste piece. For the tail, just use a natural cock pheasant tail. You're looking for 4 to 6 fibres for the tail. Now you're looking, I would say, twice the length of the hook. There's the mayfly, or representing the mayfly. So you need a good tail. Sit it on the top. Trim it the full length of the body. Now I stop, or leave a space around about 3mm around the head area. Now I'm going to use a wire rib. Need to catch that on the side, the full length of the body. And at this point I would tie in these cut ends and your rib, making sure they're secure. Now I have waxed or pre-waxed the thread. Now around about this point I should be adding more. Just rub it on. And the way back down I'm going to tie in the UV fritz. This is a micro straggle or micro UV fritz. In this case it's been dyed golden olive, and it has a gold fine straggle or fine fritz as well as a UV. These type of fritzes have come on the market in the last few years, and they do work with traditional flies, and they're certainly worth trying. And the way back down, as I say, tie it in and then bring your thread back up, and then wind your thread, wind it one turn in front of the other, nice and quick, don't move too slow with it, and draw the odd fibre back as you go up if you feel it's going to be trapped down, and then nice and tight, make sure it's secure, and then take away the excess, more wax onto your thread, thread down and back up, so you've got a nice tying area for whatever you're going to put in. Now for the body hackle, now normally there's not a body hackle on it, but this is a, you see, it's basically it's a light ginger been dyed sunburst. Makes for a great hackle, a really good one. And it certainly lightens up the body. So you're looking for a hackle length. Well, I'm going to take one of the one with a wee bit more brown on it. You'll see the yellow on the other side, or the sunburst. And on the front you've got a nice natural red colour, which is a great blend of colours. Now when you catch it on the side and fold this back to tuck it back, makes it a lot stronger. Now that's a grade 2 Metz saddle, cock saddle. You want a couple of turns at the top, and then it's up to yourself, don't go crazy, but you'll get 3 onto your 4th turn, across your rib, and then bring your rib through, nice and tight. You can remove this for your next fly, roll back the fibres, and then bring your last turn of the rib to the front, and then bring the rib up, and beside the thread, bring it over, and then tie it down. Make sure there's a nice 90-degree bend into the wire, and you'll find everything stays nice and tight. Bend and break it off. Again, more wax onto your thread, and then tidy up. Now for the orange hackle I'm going to use, this is a flame. Looks very red, but it's actually a really strong orange. This is a flame, it's a Chinese cock hackle. Now you can tie it in at the tip or at the back, it's up to yourself, depending on the hackle itself, or how you like it. Now I'm going to tie it in more by the tip, because there's a nice, the fibres are quite nice up the top, so it's a shame to cut them away. Use the best of the hackle. And there's the tip, you can break it off. You can draw back the hackle, just folding it and then do one turn in front of the other. Now, probably, I would say, well, probably about 2 to 3 turns anyway. Cross your thread, bend, 90 degree bend into the stem. And then I'd usually take the thread right down to the eye and then I break it off. Always keeping the thread nice and tight and then bring it back up and put some more wax on. Now what I've got here is, this is like mallard flank. It's not the easiest material to use, but it's ideal for, oh, it's in the dressing of this fly. Now I've got one here, I'll just show you. This is tied, or as you can see, it's grey partridge, which I use a lot, and it works as good. I'm going to use the mallard flank just to show. Now look at the length, and then I remove what I don't need. Try and keep a bit of fluff at the bottom because that gives you grip. Because I'm going to tie this in by the tip. Just draw it back. Now you could bare one side, but most like to fold the fibre and bind it all together and not remove one side. Then maybe the tip is done there, and you're looking at doing one turn in front of the other. As I say, it's not the easiest fibre in the world or hackle to use. Just do one turn, two. That should be plenty. Cross your thread. Make sure there's wax on your thread. I usually like to fold it back. Make sure everything's well tied down before you do anything else. And come in whip finish. Trim away your thread. Come in, trim away the stem, and then untwist the fibres. Basically when you're winding your hackle it causes them to twist so you can bring them back. Easiest way to do it sometimes is just to bring the brush in, pull them back. Now this is a good salmon fly as much sea trout and brown trout. When I first fished this fly it was in the Ayrn estuary for sea trout. It's a very popular fly in the Ayrn estuary at Ballinship, Ballyshannon, so there you go. And then come in, varnish the head. You're looking for a couple of coats, and that should do it. Now once the fly's been in the water and had a swim, it gets a natural or a nice shape. Always looks better once you've fished it. And there we are. And that there is a UV version of the Gosling, the yellow Gosling.